Hey, Kira. Oh, hello, Aaliyah. Hello, Kaylee. Glad you're back. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Tyler and Charmaine and Kylie. Hi, Mia. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started because we're going to start with kind of a little warm up for math. So if somebody joins us late, that's okay. All right, so it's going to be a little tricky because I'm going to have to turn around and use my fingers like this. But you guys hold your hands out in front of you like this. And I'm going to do like this, and hopefully you guys can see. So you should have all your fingers in front of you. And you can go ahead and close your fists. And this is called counting with our fingers the math way. So just like when we read a story, we read from left to right on the page and even on the words. So we're going to count from left to right. So your fist should be like this, and then you're going to put up, you see my 1 over here? 1. Can you do that with your pinky? I see Kaylee doing it. Good. 1. It gets a little hard. Sometimes our fingers don't stretch very well. 2. 3. It's hard to see. 3. This fist is still closed. 4. 5. So you should have 5 fingers up. Hi, Tyler. Hi, Alexandria. Hi, Daniel. Didn't see you there. All right, so we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to start over here with 6 with our thumb. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is where it gets tricky. 10. Okay, and then you can close it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to switch cameras so that you can see my fingers. Now, I can still see you, even though you won't be able to see my face. Okay, so here is the table. It'll be easier for you to see my fingers, right? Let's make it a little taller. Okay, you should see my fingers better, right? See them? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up a certain amount of fingers, and then I'm going to hide them. It's called math finger flash. So you'll see it, and then I'll take them away because they're going to be gone in a flash. And then what I'm going to do, so for example, say I just did the number 1, right? So I would put the 1 up, and then I'm going to take it away, and then I will snap, and you guys will show me on your fingers what number I held up. Okay? Perfect. So I did real quick because it's called a flash. I do this, take it away, and then when I snap, you're going to hold it up on your, there you go. Perfect. All right, it might take us a little bit to get the hang of it, but that's fine. All right, remember, it's just going to be there real quick. Good, I love it. I see those 5 fingers. Awesome. All right, here we go again. 4. Perfect, perfect. Ready for another? Yep, we saw 6. Good job. Hi, Travis. All right, we're going to do a couple more. 10. Good job, good job. Perfect. Good job, guys. All right. Now, I have this little word problem here that I need y'all's help to figure out. Let me try to get it situated so you guys can see it best. Okay, so we have this little word problem. I'm going to read it to you, and then we're going to try to draw a picture to give the answer. All right, so it says, Dora found 5 leaves that blew in through a window. If you have paper and pencil and you would also like to draw a picture, that's totally fine. You can do that, but you don't have to write the words. You will just draw your picture if you're feeling up to it. Eventually, you will have to draw these on your own, but for the first couple times, we'll definitely do it together. So it says, Dora found 5 leaves that blew in through the window. Then she found 2 more leaves that blew in. So she first saw 5 and then 2 more blew in. So show me with your fingers, what should I draw first? Show me, oh, thank you, Tyler and Jacob and Kaylee and Aaliyah, awesome. First she saw 5. So I'm gonna first draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is just a math drawing. Hi, Kelasia. This is just what we call a math drawing, which means I am not in art class. So I do not have to draw a beautiful picture of leaves or anything. So I'm just gonna try to be quick, and I'm just gonna draw circles. So I have 5 circles for my first 5 leaves. Then she found 2 more leaves that blew in. So now what do I need to draw? What do I need to draw now? Show me with those fingers. What do I draw now? Perfect. Now I'm going to draw 2. So I have 5 and then 2. So let's count how many we have all together. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blew in. So 7 leaves. That's how many there were all together. Was 7. We could have said 5, 6, 7. Oh, I see Lauren's picture. Good job. I see Aaliyah's and Jacob's and Kaylee's. I love those. Y'all are doing great. This is a great way to get some points. Perfect way to get some points. Let's see, we got Daniel participating. Travis is over there. Kelasia, Amia. Let's see, we got Kaylee, Aaliyah. I'm trying to give as many points as I can so I don't forget. Kylie. Kylie, are you doing yours too? Can't see. You got it? It's okay if you don't. I was just making sure that you could still hear me. All right, who else do we have in here? Jacob. Charmaine's got hers going. Tyler. I said Travis already. Lauren, perfect. Y'all are all doing a great job being on task. So we had 5 and then 2, and we ended up with 7. Perfect. All right, what I want you to do now is put your paper and pencil away. It's okay if you didn't draw your picture, and it's totally fine. We were just doing that for practice. Now I want you to have all your focus on the screen. So this is an egg carton. Let me make sure that you guys can see it in the best way possible. Hold on. All right, here's our egg carton. Let's count how many boxes are in this egg carton, okay? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I already saw Aaliyah with her fingers up. There are 10 spots in this egg carton. So this is an egg carton, but it can also be called a 10 frame, which looks more like this guy. But today, for some little extra fun, we'll use this egg carton instead. So we have an egg carton here. Now tell me, how many, you're gonna hold your fingers up. That's how you're gonna tell me. I'm gonna ask you a question and I'll do my snap, and then you're gonna tell me with your fingers. How many do you see at the top? In this top row, not in the whole thing. Put your hands down. Don't want to give your answer away yet. Keep it hidden. How many do you see in the top row? Show me those fingers. Perfect. There's 5 up here. So if there's 5, hey, Kaden. So if there's 5 up here, put your hands down. Hide those numbers. All right, when I snap, you're gonna tell me what you see at the bottom. So if there's 5 here and we know there's 10s, what do we think is at the bottom? 5. So what's 5 and 5? Look at your fingers. What do you have? 10. Perfect. You have 10. Awesome. That's why we call it a 10 frame, because it's a frame of 10 squares. All right, so I have some bears, some little counter bears. See them right here? I have some bears over here. And we're gonna do some practice with these bears and the egg carton. Okay, so I've got some bears in my hand, but first, I have to fill up this top row. And just like we do when we're reading, we start from the left and go to the right. So I'm gonna put one here and here. Here's all my bears. I gotta fill it all the way up till I don't have any more bears. And now that I've filled up the top row, I gotta go down here to the beginning of the bottom row. Oh, he's upside down. Let me fix that. There we go. All right. So now, I bet you some of us can figure out how many's in this top row without even counting them. Ooh, I wonder how many's in the top row only, just this top row without even counting, because it's a 10 frame and we just talked about what was in the top row and what was in the bottom row. So when I snap my fingers, you're gonna hold up the amount of bears I have up top, okay? With your fingers. Hide your hands. Don't show your answers yet. Hide them. Now remember, you're just telling me how many is up top, just in this top row. Awesome. If you're holding up 5, you're correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what's in my top row. All right. So now, let's see. How many, if there's 5 here, how can we figure out how many there are altogether? Have y'all heard of counting on, where you start with a number and you keep going? So we know that there's 5, so you can even do it with your finger across the screen. Watch how I do it. 5, 6, 7. See how that was so much quicker than going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Because we already knew there was 5. So we just went 5, 6, 7. Perfect. All right, I'm going to take these away, and I'm going to pull out another amount of bears, and we're going to practice with those bears. All right, I have my handful of bears, and I'm now going to put them in my egg carton. And remember, I have to start all the way over here. 1. Oh, I shouldn't be counting. Sorry, you guys count. Oh no, he's fallen. There we go. All right, that's all I took out this time. That's all I had. That's all I had. Okay, so some of us already know how many there are, and we didn't even have to count, did we? We just knew. So hide your hands, hide your hands, hide your answers. I'm gonna snap, and you guys are gonna show me with your fingers how many bears I have. 5. I bet you didn't even have to count because you knew this top row has 5 in it and all of those boxes are filled, so you knew it was 5. Good job. All right, we're gonna see what kind of numbers we can find hidden in the number 5. Okay, so here's the number 5. I think I see 2 hiding inside, so I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna cover up 2. So if I'm hiding 2, do you see what's left? Yeah, see, Tyler sees it. 3. So far we have 2 and 3 gives us 5. All right, I also see the number 1 hiding inside. If I cover up my 1, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 1 gives us, or I'm sorry, 4 and 1 gives us 5. All right, I also see 3. I covered up 3. So how many is here? 2. So 3 and 2 more give us 5. Perfect. I also see 4. And then, yep, I saw Kaylee. Now there's only 1 left. So 1 and 4 gives us 5 all together. Good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go back to our 2 and 3, and we're going to put it in a number bond. Touch your nose if you remember number bonds from kindergarten. Number bond, perfect. Okay, so if we remember, got to remember, our numbers are 3 and 2, okay? So, first, I have to find a marker. First, we're going to start with our whole. We're going to start with the whole. How many, you can show me with your fingers, how many bears do we have all together right here? How many? Perfect. 5. So I know my whole because this big box here has lines going into it. See how both of these little boxes have a line going into this one? That's how we know this is the whole. I don't even write. Whole. And that's a tricky word because it starts with a W, but the first sound you hear is whole. But that's just one of those silly rules, and this is the word whole. Okay, so you just told me 5. So I'm going to write the number 5, and I'm going to draw a picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so then I took my bears, and I covered up 2. I covered up 2. So now, as one of my parts, this is a part, and this is a part. And just like if you're talking about a pizza or a pie, there are smaller parts that you put together to make the whole pie. Okay, so we had 5 all together. We hid 2. We hid 2. I'm even going to draw my picture. And then show me with your fingers. When we hid 2, what did we have left? Perfect. I love those fingers showing me that you're paying attention. 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, now we're going to check our work. Okay, I covered up 2, wrote my 2. Covered up 2, and I was left with 3. Wrote my 3. I'm saying that I have 5 left. Let's double check that we have 5. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. All right. Now, we're experts with the number 5. We're going to look at that other number that I had, which was this one. And now we're going to make a number bond out of this one. Okay? So, do we only have 5 bears now? Or do we have more? Do we have more? Yes, I see Aaliyah, we have more. I want you to count how many we have all together. Remember, we did 5, 6, 7. So what's our whole now? 7 is our whole. So now we have a new number bond to make. So now we just said our whole was 7, because that's how many bears we have all together. 7. Okay, so now I'm going to hide 2. So I hid 2, so that's going to be one of my parts. 2. So let's go back to our egg carton. If I'm hiding 2, show me with your fingers. What do we have left? What's our other part? Awesome. I love the participation. We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Let's check our work. So let's make sure we said our whole was 7. So let's double check. 5, 6, 7. Perfect. We hid 2. That's where we wrote our 2 right there. And then we said there was 5. And that whole row is filled at the top, so that must mean there's 5. 2 and 5 means 7. Awesome. We can also do this like in our word problem. Do you remember? Do you remember? Are those numbers the same? So it said, Dora, we're going to make this into a number bond, and we're going to see if they match. All right. Dora found 5 leaves. Okay, so we said she found 5 leaves that blew in through the window. That's why we drew this 5. And then we said that she found 2 more. Okay, so it wanted us to see how many were all together. So we're making a number bond. Let me draw that first. Here's our number bond. Oh, you can't really see it. There you go. There's our number bond. It's not perfect, that's okay, as long as we get the point. Okay, so we said there were how many that came through the window first time? Show me with your fingers. Perfect. We said 5, and I'm going to draw my dots. And then how many blew through the window the second time? Perfect. And how many were there all together? We can count on, just like with this guy. 5, perfect. 5, 6, 7. 7. So tell me, are these all the same? You're telling me that 5, our numbers are backwards here, but it's still the same thing, right? We had 5 and 2 as our parts. 5 and 2 equals 7. And down here we had 5 and 2 equals 7, right? And even our little bears, 5 and 2 gave us 7 altogether. Perfect. Before I let you guys go, I'm going to give some points because there's a few of us that were just participating the whole time. I'm going to give Tyler and Jacob and Charmaine and Aaliyah and Kaylee and Amia and Alexandra and who else did I see? And Lauren. And all right, thank you. Those great guys did a great job participating. And I just remembered that you cannot see my face, so let me change that. There we go. Here I am again. All right, y'all did excellent. Hopefully you've started on some of your work for today. If not, that's okay. It's been a busy day. First Monday. Those Mondays can be tricky. So I will see you all tomorrow morning, 8:45, right? 8:45 in the morning, okay? All right, Tyler, did you have a question?
Hi, Miss Bancher Prasio.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. Tyler, did you have a question? Or she just wanted to say hi? Okay, before you guys get off, I am gonna show you guys your points because we've gotten some points throughout this whole thing. So let me show your points. Some of y'all are really getting up there.
You got 5 points already, 6 points.
Y'all are doing a great job.
Oh, that's not.
All right, guys, I am gonna let you go for the day, and I will see you bright and early in the morning, okay?
Okay.
All right, everybody can wave. Bye, friends.